Hello and welcome to this little video on the present perfect continuous. You may already have watched my previous video on the differences between the simple past and the present perfect tenses, both of which of course can be translated or are translated by the passé composé in French. The present perfect continuous is another possible translation of the passé composé. So let me explain. Best really to show you some examples. So if you remember, when we use the present perfect, we are referring to a past event with a result or an effect in the present. Remember, there is always a link, a relationship with the present, hence the name present perfect. And this is the same with the present perfect continuous, but there is a difference. So with the present perfect, we are interested in, as I say, a past action with a result in the present. So for example, I have read a book today. Now, if you say that to me, I know that you have finished the book. There is a result. Whereas if you use the present perfect continuous, and you say, I have been reading a book today, all I know is that you have spent time reading a book, but probably you are not finished. So if we think of a timeline, and if I say to you, I'm speaking to you now at 4:30 in the afternoon, we'll make both of these the same. Okay. Now, if I say I have read a book today, possibly I started reading at 9 o'clock and I finished reading at 11 o'clock. And the book, as I say, is finished. Okay, so here's my example, my Harry Potter book. I am a very fast reader. I was able to read the book in 2 hours. Okay, whereas a different book, let's say, for example, a grammar book, that's a little more difficult to read so quickly. So maybe I have spent longer and I still have not finished. So let's imagine I started also at 9 o'clock, started reading at 9 o'clock and continued reading until now. Yeah, so all this period of time, really all this period of time from 9 until now, just put the 9 in there to remind you, 9 a.m. till now, I have been reading and the book is still not finished. So possibly I will continue reading afterwards. Yes. So when the present perfect continuous is used, we are talking about an activity, a continuous or a repetitive activity. I'll give you an example of a more repetitive one in a second, but here it's more a continuous or a repetitive activity which has either just finished or is not yet finished. Either way, there is no result. Whereas with the present perfect, remember, we have a result. There is always a result, an effect in the present. Okay, let me give you another example. Perhaps this time a repetitive activity. Now, I don't know about you, but I love drinking coffee. I have one with me today. Just before the lesson, the video that I'm doing for you, I thought, I'll make another cup of coffee. So here we go. So I have my hot coffee. It tastes good. So I can say to you, this is very much an effect or a result in the present of a past activity. So I can say, I have made a cup of coffee. I have made a cup of coffee. I can also say, I have been drinking coffee all day. That's not so good. That means really that all day today, not continuously like the reading. I have not been sitting at my desk with my mug on my lips all the time, but every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, perhaps I have been making a cup of coffee. So I have been drinking coffee all day. So there, it's very much a repetitive action or activity. Whereas this one is a past action with a result, just to keep reminding you of the distinction. And often when I drink a cup of coffee, I rather appreciate something to eat. And very often that something is chocolate. I know it's bad, but I love it. So let me give you another couple of examples. When I went to the cupboard, I realized this chocolate, which I really like, look inside. You can see I have eaten this white chocolate. I have eaten it. It is all gone. So that is the rather sad effect or result of a past action. Yes, I have eaten the bar of white chocolate. So no white chocolate. I do have some dark chocolate. However, you can see some of it, about half of it, has gone. Just as I can say I have been drinking coffee all day, I can also say I have been eating the dark chocolate all day. Not good, huh? I have been eating the dark chocolate all day. Still some left, but I'll try to save that now. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing there. Just come back to the screen and summarize for you. Present perfect, past action, event finished with a result in the present. Present perfect continuous, an ongoing, a continuous or a repetitive action which is either still continuing or has just finished, and from which there is no effect or result in the present. I hope those examples have helped you as well. Great, so I look forward to seeing you in some of my other videos. Take care and see you soon. Bye.